Hey there, it's Anna. Today we're diving into a hot-stirring topic, the uncontrollable signs that a woman is overwhelmed by her feelings for you. These are more than just your everyday cues of affection. They are the deep, often involuntary reactions that come up when she's really caught up in her emotions. So by the end of this video, you will be able to recognize these profound signs that signal her hidden deep feelings for you. So let's get started. Subtle fidgeting. When a woman is overwhelmed by her feelings for you, she might display an increase in subtle fidgeting behaviors. This could be anything from playing with her hair more frequently to adjusting her clothing or jewelry. These actions often reflect an unconscious response to nervous energy and excitement in your presence. It's a physical manifestation of the whirlwind of emotions that she's experiencing within. Excessive complimenting. Overwhelmed by her feelings, she might frequently compliment you, even on mundane or routine aspects. This is her way of expressing admiration and keeping the connection alive. These compliments are often heartfelt and indicate that she's paying close attention to you, noticing and appreciating every little detail. Involuntary smiling. You might catch her smiling to herself when she thinks about you or during interactions. This involuntary reaction is a clear sign of the joy and happiness that your presence brings her. It's an uncontrollable expression that she might not even be aware of, stemming from the deep and possible confusing feelings that she harbors. A sudden change in conversation topics. She might abruptly change conversation topics to avoid revealing too much or getting too personal. It could be because she's trying to navigate her overwhelming feelings and she's unsure of how much she should be disclosing. This often happens when she's on the verge of saying something very close to her heart, but pulls back out of fear of uncertainty. Eager to please. Now, there might be an increased effort on her part to please or impress you. This can manifest in various ways, from her being more agreeable to your suggestions to going out of her way to do things for you. This eagerness to please is often rooted in a desire to strengthen the bond and a fear of losing the connection she values so deeply. Forgetting simple things. When a woman is overwhelmed by her feelings for you, her mind might be so consumed by the thoughts of you that she becomes more forgetful. So you could notice her misplacing things or forgetting simple tasks when you're together. This absent-mindedness is a common sign of being deeply emotionally involved and distracted by intense feelings. Voice changes. Another subtle but telling sign is a change in her voice. You might observe her voice becoming softer or gentle when she's speaking to you. This shift often happens unconsciously and is a response to the strong emotions she feels in your presence. It's as if her voice betrays her inner state, revealing the depth of her affection and nervousness. Overthinking responses. If she seems to take a bit longer than usual to respond during conversations, it might be because she's overthinking her words. She wants to say the right thing, not just to keep the conversation going, but also to express herself accurately without revealing too much. This over-analysis of her responses can be a direct result of the overwhelming feelings she has for you. Heightened empathy. Heightened empathy towards you is a significant indicator of deep emotional feelings. It's likely because you mean a lot to her. She's emotionally invested and thus more sensitive to your mood, your feelings, and needs. This level of empathy suggests that her feelings for you extend far beyond the surface level, encompassing a deep and compassionate understanding of who you are. Stumbling over words. When a woman is overwhelmed by her feelings for you, it's common for her to struggle with articulating her thoughts. She might stumble over her words, pause awkwardly, or lose her train of thought mid-sentence when talking to you. This phenomenon occurs because her emotions are running so high and she's likely trying to impress you or worried about how she's actually coming across, how you are perceiving her, causing her to falter in her speech. Being more clumsy. An increase in clumsiness or awkwardness around you is another telltale sign. She might drop things, bump into furniture, or spill her drink. This behavior is not just a result of nervousness, it's a physical manifestation of her being mentally and emotionally preoccupied with you. Her mind is just so focused on you and how she feels about you that it actually affects her physical coordination. Intense reactions to physical contact. Pay attention to her reactions to any physical contact, no matter how slight. If she seems startled or has an unusual pronounced response to a casual touch, like a quick intake of breath, a visible shiver, or prolonged physical contact, it's a strong indicator of her heightened emotional state around you. These reactions suggest that she's highly aware of your physical presence, and even a slight touch can trigger intense feelings. Deep sighing. If she sighs more often around you, this can indicate a mix of emotions and thoughts that she's dealing with. Sighing can be a sign of emotional turmoil, deep contemplation, or longing. It's a subconscious release of the emotional weight that she's carrying, a mixture of affection, uncertainty, and the overwhelming nature of her feelings towards you. This nonverbal cue is often overlooked but can be a profound indicator of the depth of her emotions. Rapid breathing. When a woman is overwhelmed by her feelings, it's common for her to exhibit signs of nervous excitement or agitation, one of which is rapid breathing. You might notice that when she's near you or engaged in a conversation with you, her breaths become quicker and more shallow. This physiological response is often involuntary and is a result of the adrenaline rush and heightened emotions she feels in your presence. It's a subtle but clear indicator that your presence significantly impacts her. Seeking out your presence. Subconsciously seeking out your presence is a significant sign. Even if she doesn't engage directly with you, she might find reasons to be in the same room or the physical space as you are. Now, this behavior indicates a strong desire to be near you, driven by her feelings. It's her way of feeling connected to you, even if it's just sharing the same environment, hinting at the depth of the emotional attraction. Unintentional mirroring. When a woman is overwhelmed by her feelings, she may start to subconsciously mirror your gestures, your movements, or your posture. This mirroring is a psychological phenomenon that occurs when someone feels a strong connection with another person. It's a non-verbal way of showing empathy and rapport. So, if you notice her adopting your body language during conversations or mimicking your actions, it could be an uncontrollable manifestation of her deep affection and emotional alignment with you. Looking dazed or daydreaming. Another sign is when she seems to be lost in thought or daydreaming, especially after interactions with you. This behavior indicates that her mind is occupied with you so much to the point where it spills over into her outward demeanor. It's as if she's so caught up in her feelings that she momentarily disconnects from her immediate surroundings, reflecting the intensity of her emotional state. Talking faster. A noticeable increase in the speed of her speech when she's talking to you can be an indication of her overwhelming feelings. This increase in pace is often due to a mix of excitement and nervousness. It's a sign that she's eager to communicate with you, of course, and her emotions are accelerating her natural speech patterns. It's actually an involuntary response to the adrenaline and emotional arousal she experiences in your presence. A visible heartbeat. In certain intimate or close moments, you might observe a visible increase in her heartbeat, noticeable through her chest movements or pulse points. This physiological sign is a clear indicator of the physical impact of her emotions. A faster heartbeat in your presence suggests a strong emotional and physical response to you, often associated with attraction and deep feelings. So, you've seen the signs, but now let's take the next steps. Check out the types of text messages that make her day or find out the questions girls really ask when they are into you. Thanks for tuning in. Like, comment with your experiences, and of course, don't forget to subscribe.